Hi, I'm the J. I'm Lucas's friend who's into a lot of shoot-'em-up games, including Castle Shikigami, Gradius, and a bunch of other things. Here we see Otomedius Excellant, which is releasing in a few months, I believe actually within the next month. And we go through the character select screen, and we see there's a lot of new characters for this game, but if you're in North America, pretty much everything is new to you in this game since the previous one only came out in Japan. And we have a lot of the Gradius 4 and Gradius 5 style options that you can see here. Lucas has selected Arnvald, that's a new character for this game. Her Vic Viper is designed to look a lot like the T301 Vic Viper from Gradius 5, with a lot of the Thundercross's ship elements thrown in there. Thundercross is another shoot-'em-up game from Konami. And so here we see the opening with the usual Gradius Salamander style power-up system. It's more of a Gradius type system since you can actually select which power-ups you get. And Lucas has got a few power-ups here. The options in this game, the little ships that float around you, you actually have, looks like unique sets of them per character that you select. I actually recognize this area here as San Salvador, which is an area, a beach area, in the Parodius series of games, another parody of the Gradius games created by Konami themselves. And now you'll notice there are little hexagonal items in this area which don't seem to be giving Lucas any power-ups at all, but they do add points. And that's important once the end of the level comes along, since you can actually get different ranks in these levels and unlock different secret areas using them. And Lucas is sped up again. He looks like he's about fully powered without having to use his laser. Has no missiles quite yet. Lucas's ship has the torpedo weapon from Gradius 4, which was available in the extra mode of Gradius 5. We should actually see it a little later in the video. And so, let's see, yeah, there we go. He activates the flying torpedo option. Something Lucas actually didn't know is that you can actually spread out these flying torpedo options by holding down the missile fire button. But in this case, it's not that big of a deal, but it does play a role strategically, or at least it should play a much bigger strategic role much later in the game against less straightforward boss fights. Now we're going into the clouds, so the boss fight should appear fairly soon. And we have our usual string of enemies to help power you up just right at the edge of the boss fight. And there we go, we get the alert. Now Neko Sencho is interesting, since she's a new character that's thrown in here. A lot of people are saying she's essentially the spiritual successor to the cat battleship from the Parodius games. We have a cat girl from the cat battleship, but her core is essentially a normal boss core that's surrounded by mirrors, and she has a lot of attacks that are standard to different boss cores, like the boss core Mark 1, the boss core Mark 3, and the advanced boss core that you see in Gradius Gaiden, but they're never really shown in the same boss pattern. And yeah, Lucas has died here. What's interesting though is even though Lucas has died, is he's able to continue on from the point where he died rather than having to restart either through a checkpoint or through the whole level again, which is a nice touch, since he probably won't have to restart there. So you've just watched a playthrough of the first level of Otomedius Excellant. Otomedius being a portmanteau of Otome, meaning maiden, and the Gradius game franchises. And that's going to be releasing July 19th in the US.